emotionally and physically, how are you feeling right
I feel good. This is my second time going through this. It's not something that really could have been prevented. It's just how I'm built up. I just got loose shoulders. So when it happened, I kind of knew it was going to. So, a couple of days it took a toll on me, but I thought I did the right decision to prepare for next year. Um, I'm 10 pounds lighter, uh, but I feel good. I feel confident in my team, and I haven't been on the bench in a couple weeks, so it's good to be back with the team and able to travel to the Big Ten. So.
Jae'Sean, I know it's something you said you played through for a couple of games. Your
hmm
last couple of games, you were putting up double doubles. What kind of pain were you going through? How were you able to
Um,
perform at the level you were?
like I said, I did the same thing my senior year in high school, so I kind of knew what I could and couldn't do. Only thing was it was my dominant hand, which took kind of a little bit away from me, but it didn't seem to come out in the first couple games. I actually had did it a couple practices before Northwestern at home, and just the wear and tear and just how physical the Big Ten is. Nebraska is when it really started to come out.
When you say it took a little away from you, you mean like were there movements you couldn't do?
Yeah, there was definitely, a couple of rebounds I knew I could have got, but I was just scared that my shoulder would pop out. But I just went out there and did what I could for the team, and that might have been just making sure I box out, letting the teammate get the rebound, or just being smart.
You said had been dealing with it for a while, but people assume that you hurt your shoulder on that play where you slapped the floor and got beat. So I'm just
So the story behind that is, if you watch the game from the beginning, you could see that it popped out in the first half. So when the second half came into play, the guy went to shoot a three. When I contested it, was when it actually came out, and I was crouching on the ground holding it, and then I started to slap the floor. Then he went by me. So, it was just a heat in the moment, and it was a smart play by that guy. I would have did the same thing. Next time, maybe one or two slaps instead of three. So, yeah.
Can you take us all through the decision then? When you're kind of fighting through it, you're still having a lot of success.
Yeah.
Popping out. What goes into the decision? Because after the Nebraska game and the MRI,
hmm
the day of the Michigan State game, the decision gets made.
Um,
Take us through those couple of days.
it was just, I just felt that because it started to come out so much more, that I mean, the labrum doesn't heal. The only thing you can do is make more damage. So, I was just worried about that because I didn't want to go through the big time surgery. I was hopefully wanting to get a scope, but after the MRI results, I had to get the big surgery anyways because it was already that bad. So, I just felt that it was the right thing to do because, I'm one of those players. When I play, I give it all 100%, and I felt like I couldn't do that, and I wasn't giving all of me to the team. So that was just the decision I made.
Last time you had a surgery on your shoulder, Thad said you gained a lot of weight.
hmm
This time you were avoiding grandma's cooking or something like that.
Oh yeah,
It almost sounds
definitely.
like you overlearned your lesson. You lost
Yeah, man. Since surgery, the first surgery, I ended up gaining 25 pounds, 16% body fat. I don't know how I was just with my grandma, and you know how that goes. But this time around, I know what I need to eat. Trying to stay away from fried food and sweets, and just eating a lot of fruit and vegetables. And since then, I just weighed in at like 217, and so with all this on, so it's I'd rather have to build the muscle up than break all the fat down and get it back that way. So
So the lost weight is simply you not being able to hit the weights, or
yeah,
have you been able to do cardio or something like that?
not in the first 6 weeks because I'm pretty limited in the sling, but I'll continue to start rehab. I just started a couple days ago, and we build up every week. I'll probably be able to run in the next month or so. So.
Another story that Dad told us was that you sent him a text message while you were heavily medicated.
Oh, yeah. Though I was still in the hospital. Those medications can do crazy things to you if you take a couple of them at the same time. So it was all love, and he showed the team they had a laugh about it, and it actually happened the first time. I told him I loved him before I even got on campus the first time. So that's just what happened.
Hey, Jae'Sean, you kind of already hinted at it, but you mentioned you've already been through this before. Just what is the timetable for you and how you can get back to?
Honestly, from this time around, right now, I feel even stronger than I did the first time. So I think that just being able to go through it one time, I'll prepare for it, and it being my dominant hand, my body kind of it was already strong on that side. But looking at it from a timetable frame, you definitely don't want to rush into anything to have that happen again. So we're just gonna take it slow. And hopefully I'll be able to go back into contact, into August, July. But I'll be able to work out here in a month or two, start working out non-contact.
I know your jump shooting was something you wanted to work on coming into this year, and now you don't have your jump shooting arm. And just are you worried that you're going to have to start over? Like, what's the impact that could have on your shooting?
I was thinking about that, but you never know. Might turn into a right-hand shooter. I've been doing a lot of just form shooting with my right hand just to prepare for what I have to do. You never know with the surgery. You never know when you'll get all that range of motion back. But it's not something I'm really worried about, because I know I've done it and I know I can do it again. So it's just the timing thing.
So you don't know, there's not like a date where the doctor said you can start shooting a basketball again on this date?
No, but from this one, I know that I was shooting by May. So.
As competitive as you are, how hard is it to watch?
Oh man, it's killing me, especially just being at home, watching it on TV. It's totally different than even being on the bench or playing when you watch it at home. Of course I want to be out there with my team, but I'm just glad that I'm able to travel on the trips, talk to the guys on the bench, let them know what I see, try to help them out. So.
When you were watching on TV, are you a yeller at the TV?
Oh yeah, definitely. It was really crazy, because I watched our game and then I'm yelling at our players. Then I turn around, I'm watching the girls' Michigan State game, and I'm screaming at that game. So it was real fun.
Your season is obviously over, and you have maybe the luxury that some of these other guys don't have, that you can already start to look a little bit ahead to what may happen in the future. How bright is the future for this program, and how excited are you about getting you want to support these guys to finish this off, but getting the next year?
I mean, we still got some work to do. I mean, nothing's set in stone. So, like you said, I'm just going to continue to cheer these guys on and try to root them the way through on this season. But looking towards next year, man, I'm real excited. I'm real excited about the freshmen coming in. I'm real excited about what Coach Rich has for us this summer, because I know he definitely wants us to be tougher next year. I'm also ready to look at the growth from everybody. Having such a young team, we'll have an older team next year. So I'm just ready to see who improves and what they improve on.
After the Iowa game, Thad said that they gave you the game ball via FaceTime. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I was at home and still on medication, so I was in and out during the game, and I had to fight through to watch that last war, and I was so happy, especially seeing Tate show some emotion at the end of the game after he got the block. They just kept replaying that, and it was crazy because my phone was on silent, and I had just happened to look at it. Woke up, looked at it, and answered the FaceTime call. The rest of it was a blur. I know some words were exchanged, and then I just went back to sleep. So.
That has you doing some visualization exercises, apparently.
Oh yeah, he likes to. He told me to just like imagine myself on the court or making a shot, and he said, I forget who he said did it, and it helped him a lot when they came back from injury.
Is that something you did your previous surgery?
No, and I really haven't started to this surgery either, but I mean,
So
it's
even though
kinda
Thad
hard.
has told you to?
Say again?
So even though Thad has told you to, you haven't started that yet?
Yeah, it's just kind of hard to just go in the gym and just, I don't even know how you say it, just act like you're playing. I just think it's a little weird, especially when they turn the lights off here. But, I'll promise to work on it.